Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you a store that's doing over $1.4 million every single month with a single product. Hey, and welcome to today's video on a case study on how a single product is doing over $1.4 million every single month using Shopify. Okay, before we get into it, my name is Ricky Hayes. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe down below, hit that like button, and also comment crush it down below as well. Every call, every video, one person will win a 30-minute call with myself. So comment crush it down below and watch all the way to the end to get all of this value. Okay guys, you're going to absolutely love it. Let's jump straight into it. Alright, the reveal is a store called Happy Skin Co. I'm sure a number of you have heard of this one, but it is actually an Australian store, originally started as an Australian store, and they have already expanded globally. I actually know the person that started this store. They're absolutely crushing it. They haven't even been around for 12 months, and they've already done about 20 million in sales. Their product's just gone completely ballistic. And good on them. So let me just talk about some numbers first, like the last one, so you get a bit of an idea about how important this case study is. So they're getting about 95,000 a month, nowhere near as much as the last one, but the average order value is insane, $300. Okay, and that's in Australian. Okay, so obviously in American it's going to convert, but it's got a conversion rate of I estimate 5%. And I'll be explaining a bit more of why that is. So if we figure out that, then they are getting about 4,750 sales on average per month. Okay, and with a total revenue of $1,420,250 potentially. Okay, and I had a look and I got the link there. I'll be showing you with an AliExpress cost to keep it consistent of $51. It's 39 USD, but $51 in Australian. So their profit margin is about $248. Now that's not including, however, obviously the business will be paying tax. There's a transaction fee. They have custom packaging for it as well. And obviously then their marketing expenses and that as well. But just using that as the basis at that point, their profit margin would be $1.1 million. It's not going to be that, but you can really start to see that this store is seriously turning over some numbers. So let's go a bit more into the details now of how this is how they actually make this work. So if we go here and have a look at SimilarWeb, okay, we can see that like their traffic has dipped a little bit. It might be because of their marketing, who knows, but they've got a very low bounce rate, which is very good. The standard for e-commerce bounce rate is about 60% on average, so 50% is really good. Don't be worried by bounce rate hugely. If you see like your Google Analytics is saying you have a 90% bounce rate, then you do have a problem there. Okay, we can see here that where their traffic's coming from. So as I said, they're originally started as an Australian store, but obviously they're scaling heavily in the US. Again, the US is always the country you're going to be able to scale the most in, and we can see that they're starting to go global though. They're really starting to push those global numbers. Interestingly, we can see that they're getting a lot of referrals. They probably have a referral program, search and social. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. We can start to see as we scroll down, again, we're seeing YouTube. Okay, so a lot of people are starting to use YouTube more, and I'm starting to do it and test. Haven't gotten results yet, I'll be honest, but I'm fidgeting around and learning how it works, watching videos on it, and plan to take a course on it. You can see that they're diversifying. They're getting a lot from Instagram. Okay, as well. So in the great scheme of things, they're getting quite a lot from Instagram, and I'll be explaining why that is further down the line. You can tell that they're really starting to expand their brand as well. So if you don't know what a subdomain is, you have your domain, which is Happy Skin Co, and you can make subdomains of it. So they're segmenting it out by different countries. So Canada, Europe, New Zealand, US, and then this is the one default for Australia, because that's the reason that they do that is so that then they can make separate stores, okay, with the currency like that. But Shopify have actually, if you haven't heard, have just recently changed it so that now people can check out in their currency regardless. So if your currency is Australian, it'll convert to US if it's a US customer. So for them it'll be less, but it means they won't have the foreign transaction fee and you get a higher conversion rate. All right, and so if we scroll down, we're just going to see some other related info, but that pretty much explains that. Now, if we jump into the Facebook ad library, which I didn't do last time, but I wanted to show you this, you can see again, like it's a proper brand. They're not huge on Facebook yet, but when we have a look at Instagram, you'll see a very big difference. That they've already gone and verified their page. As soon as you see that tick, they verified it. It means they've gone through a verification process, and that's the legitimate business. That's just to help with social proof. And what they've done really well, I'm going to mute my audio, is they have made like these great creatives. Now, whether or not they have an in-house team or they use an outsourcing company, I'm not entirely sure, but at every step they're showing their product, what it does, what the benefits are, and then all their reviews, just showing that social proof. And you need that because it's such a high ticket product. You can see they've only got 4 ads, so they are doing remarketing in that, but I don't think there's a huge emphasis as much as possible on remarketing. I had a look at the United States as well, and it looks like, well, from what this is telling me anyway, they're running very similar ads to both countries. So obviously these are high converting, and see how they've got a nice thumbnail there, really with that circle. And I'll be doing a video on this very soon, don't worry. It's actually going to be one of my very soon upcoming ones. See how the thumbnail makes quite a difference with that. Okay, so that's why I'll be teaching you more about with thumbnails too. A simple arrow with a circle over it. That's it. Now that's just a crafty looking circle that makes it look more authentic. If we have a look here on AliExpress, I found the product here. As you can see, that's pretty much it. I haven't obviously tested it, so I don't know its validity, but I chose this one because it had the most reviews. You can see it's $39 US, which is about $51 Australian. You can see here they've got the colors, pretty much the exact same. Okay, and all they've done is they've probably just gotten a private supplier, gotten their logo on the top of it, tested it, gotten creatives made, and made a nice landing page. Now, if we have a look at their landing page now, okay, we can see that they've done pretty much everything really well. For the most part, their homepage is just selling the product. Okay, they load straight to the homepage. That is one of the benefits of this. They've pretty much made it that on the homepage as well as a separate product page. We can see if you aren't familiar with Afterpay, it's an installment plan, and it's really actually quite cool. I've never used it, but I plan to have it on the new store here in Australia. It's actually really good with conversion rates. For those who are interested in it, it's important you understand it has an 8% merchant fee. Okay, but it's really good because it's going to help a lot of people that wouldn't otherwise buy in the first place. All right, so that is massive. I'm personally really surprised on a side note that this is not bigger in the United States already. Like in Australia, this is huge. There's ZipPay, Afterpay, and Zip Money. I think those are the main 3. And so it's super effective, especially for high ticket. It just works so well. So they've done that extremely well. We can see here that they've really, what I really like, sorry, I'm going to jump into this now, is they've nearly done everything right, in my opinion, okay? They branded it as their own firstly. Like, you can see how much branding makes a difference. It solves a massive problem. So if you don't know what this product does, okay, what it does is it's like if you go to a clinic, a hair removal clinic, that can cost hundreds of dollars per appointment, or you're looking at $1,000 over the course of 10 sessions. This costs $300 for that can last you however long, okay, however long. So it's a massive saving for people, saves them a lot of money. It's got an installment plan. It works. They've got tons of reviews already from people, verified buyers, just of very recent. They've got, showing you the amount of weeks before and after, heaps of images. They've done that extremely well. Okay, so they've done that very well. It's even got custom boxing. If you watch some of their ads, you'll see that they have custom boxing. Unboxing videos are really popular. It really helps with authenticity and trust. They have instructions in the box as well, because I saw that in the video, which is just super powerful for especially a product on how to use it properly, because it's related to skin, so it makes sense. The landing page is beautiful. I absolutely love their landing page. High converting page. That's very good. The Facebook ad campaigns, again, are fantastic. I don't know if they're outsourcing it, doing internal, whatever, but they're really hitting home, showing people, showing it how it works, showing social proof. Beautiful. They're diversifying their traffic. as I've said many a times, diversification once you have a business is super important. It might take time, but if you've got sales coming in, then you diversify. All right, now further to this as well. So this is their page. As you can see, not a huge page in terms of likes, but if we have a look at their Instagram, this is where, so 155,000, okay? So they've done this very well, and I had a bit of a look into it. They're using influencers and quite a number of them. What makes this product really good as well is it's primarily catered towards women, but it works for men too. When I first looked at this, I thought, oh, it's just for women, but it is for men as well. So men will buy this as well. So this page is definitely a very high converting Instagram page that they have branded a lot, again with the verification. So that gives an idea. That is just from AliExpress. Okay, they got the idea from AliExpress, and they just were the first really to brand it. I've seen other people that have actually gone on to now brand it their own as well, because they realize it's insanely large margins, insanely popular product, solves a problem that everyone loves, really easy to ship. Okay, these are the types of items. Now, it is important that you understand it is an electronic item. So if you ever want to sell an item like this and you're getting sales through the door, get a sample in the door and test the product. Make sure it does work well. Okay, you don't want to affect someone's skin in a negative way. That is really important. That's why people have generally gone to clinics, because they're registered and certified for that. So that's why you need to be safe with these products. Okay, that's my main recommendation for anyone interested in marketing this. Now, what they did wrong. Okay, what they did wrong. So if I have a look at their website first and foremost, I didn't mention this as well, but they got a lovely landing page, but they're not split testing it. Okay, if you're doing high ticket sales, let's say it's like my course or my mentoring, and I was getting a lot more traffic and that, I would be making 3 or 4 different variations of my page and seeing what converts best. Okay, I would, and it doesn't have to be major. Okay, I want people to understand that funnels or landing page builders don't have to have completely different pages. Okay, you can use gem pages, ClickFunnels, Shogun, Zipify pages, tons of them, and you can split test. Okay, because it is important that you understand the more someone scrolls, okay, the less likely they are to do it. Okay, and having things like they do have Hotjar, and seeing what they're clicking, and so understanding what they're clicking, and they're using Lucky Orange as well. Understanding what they're clicking can help you to determine, okay, should this be first? Should this be first? I do like how they have the floating add to cart, and on mobile I tested it as well. It does look good. All right. So the first thing I think is that they need to be split testing their page. They've only got one page right now. They should be at least making 3 or 4 variations, especially for a high ticket. Makes a massive, massive difference. Okay. The second thing that I immediately noticed was most people make this mistake. I see this a lot. They're sending them to a cart page, but and yes, they can increase the quantity, but what's the point in sending them to a cart page? Discount code is added. That if you're not trying to upsell them, okay, it's a lovely cart page, but they're not upselling them anything. They're not upselling, and it's important that they try and upsell to people regardless. I think that is something that I always do, especially when you have consistent sales. Okay, it's important. Let's say, because the hardest part is getting a winning product. Once you have that consistent sales, the rest is pretty easy. Let's be honest. It's just adding new income streams, email marketing, SMS marketing, average order value techniques, different sales channels in terms of traffic sources. It's pretty easy because you now set a foundation, and now you're just building on that foundation. Think of it like you're building a home. You put the concrete slab in the bottom, and then you build a house on top of it. So once you have the slab, building the house on top of it's easy, but without the slab, the house is just going to fall over, isn't it? Anyway, but so they don't have any upsells, and you can use like in-cart upsell app, Personalizer by LimeSpot have it as well, and they might be a one product store, but as much as this is about a one product store, you should always at least have 2 products, whether the customer sees it or not. So if I look at this item, I don't know, I haven't done enough research, but immediately I'd be like, lifetime warranty, maybe. Okay, maybe they can sell them a lifetime warranty for an extra $50 or something. They get a lifetime warranty, so if it ever breaks or whatever, I don't know what their terms of service and all of that is, but there we go. the amount of people that would take that up, because again, it's still cheaper than a clinic, $50 in your back pocket. And I think on average, when it comes to warranties and that, it's like less than 10% of people ever claim it. So, you know, the 1 in 5, 1 in 4 people who will take it up, less than 10% of those people will actually, so then they can just increase their average order value by another 10-15% by doing that. Okay, so that's really important to keep in mind. The next thing as well is if we go to the checkout page, we can again see that they're not using any of the checkout video hacks that I have. And if you haven't seen those, I recommend checking my channel. They're very popular. Unfortunately, Shopify have locked it down, which is somewhat painful, but it's good to check out. But for a store that's about this age, they should have the checkout nuclear hack at least. I'm astonished they don't have anything like that. Even more astonished they're not doing anything like cart hook or intercart. They may not have access to intercart right now, but they should be using cart hook. Why? Okay, why should they be using cart hook? I have it in the notes here as well. But is single page checkout, very high converting page checkout. All right, so that's definitely something that they should be definitely doing. $300 a month, but for a business that's doing over 1.4 million approximately every month, $300 is but a tiny expense for that. All right, and on top of that, then you can do post-purchase upsells, and that's where, you know, they could then upsell them. They wouldn't buy the same item, but again, they could try and upsell them the warranty. They could upsell them some skin lotion. Again, just something that you think that relates to it, and do some split tests. And they could easily, just by doing those two things, get another $20, $30, $40, $50 average order value for their business. And then all of a sudden you get, you know, 5,000 orders, an extra $50 of those. Let's say if 1,000 orders, of the 5,000, 1,000 get an extra $50. Well, there you go. There's an extra $50,000 that I can just generate from the business by just a few little things. And it might mean that they have some more back-end work, but $50,000 for pretty much just nearly pure profit, especially if it's like lifetime warranty, which is just a digital product. Why would you not do it? Okay, so I'm really trying to teach you that a lot of brands, as much as this is an amazing brand and they're just done such an amazing job, there's a lot of things they could have done a lot better and can do a lot better. On top of this as well, I signed up for their email newsletter in their footer. I haven't gotten an email. If I have a look at my phone, no email. No email from them, you know, with like a discount code, welcome to our newsletter. I don't see any apps that show that they're using Klaviyo, or they can't use MailChimp now, but like any email marketing provider right now, which for when you build a brand, email marketing just goes hand in hand. I was, to be honest, quite shocked by that. That can bring them a lot of extra money. They could show influencers, try and get people to follow their pages, give more reviews, video reviews. Like, one of the things that people don't seem to think with emails, you can send out like, we're going to give out a one of our products 3 times to people or whatever if you submit us video testimonials. And there you go, there's more marketing for you. You can upload it to your YouTube, upload it to Facebook, Instagram, and you got a lot more social proof. All right, so no SMS marketing as well. So they are capturing SMS, but I don't see any actual SMS marketing in place. Yeah, so they're not using SMS bump to try and do more remarketing, because that's where it really flourishes, or SMS campaigns. They're not doing phone notifications. They should be really doing this. Their site speed is good. I tested that. It's good, but it could be better. They could try and crush their images further, because obviously their website is very photocentric, so they need to improve their site speed a little bit. It was decent, but it could be better. On top of this as well, when you build a brand, you want to do everything feasible to make organic sales. The best sale in any regard is organic. I don't really care what anyone says. I've seen people that have done $5,000 days. I've seen people doing $500 days, and the $500 days was all organic. The $5,000 was paid. The $5,000 made less than the $500, and that was far less work. Okay, I want people to understand what I'm trying to teach is that you want to build something that's an asset for you. Okay, and if we have a look at their page, right? So when you, many of you probably wouldn't know, but once you hit 5,000 likes, or is it 10,000? can't remember if it's 5 or 10,000, but anyway, you can have custom tabs. Oh, sorry, they do have reviews. Okay, or was that maybe just the reviews? Oh no, they do have it. Sorry, I tell a lie. So they did do that, but that's what you should be doing anyway. So that's actually really good. I missed that, but you can integrate it and see how people can look at the reviews straight through there. Okay, that is just so very, 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 very powerful. All right, cool. So they did do that. So I'll take that one out. I missed that. But further to this anyway, one of the things I noticed was there was no exit intent. Exit intent is just an amazing method to try and make more money with people that are already on your website. They may not want to use Wheelio, but Privy, there's Opt-in Monster that integrates with like Klaviyo. I know people that do Opt-in Monster and Klaviyo, so you can split test heavily. They all sort of work, but having that exit intent for lead capture, trying to get their email and then doing email marketing, and giving them maybe a discount code to go and purchase. If they can get an additional 10% off of that, $30 or 15%, whatever they want to choose. Try and get people in. One of the other things that just nitpicking was no Google Shopping. Okay, now I noticed when I typed it in, they're doing a brand search, which is great, good. But on top of this, when you build a brand, you should be doing Google Shopping. Why? Because it uses more space. When people type in your name, it's going to show up Google Shopping. And then they can do smart shopping campaigns, which show on the display network. This is something I more show in my course, in my Google course element of my whole course as a whole. That is really, really powerful, using smart shopping and YouTube shopping ads. YouTube shopping ads is something I haven't had major success with yet, but I think that's going to get bigger and bigger, and I think it's really powerful. But the point is, the reason I say that, especially for them, is their product is $300, which, considering that most stores sit around $20 to $30 average order value, okay, we're talking 10 to 20 times the amount. Okay, so it's remarketing is their bread and butter. Okay, because they're going to get a ton of people, and that's why after paying that, it'll be helping them so much. But still, remarketing will be so powerful. Email remarketing, SMS remarketing, push notification remarketing, display ads remarketing, Bing remarketing, Facebook remarketing, Instagram remarketing. Between all of those, you're going to have a ton of remarketing strategies to really get people to come back and buy. And because their margins are so large, they can be super aggressive with this. So if this was me, that's what I'd be doing. And I actually told the person about this as well. I'm not going to name who it is. Anyway, so the conclusion of this case study is it's an extremely successful brand store using an AliExpress product that has been branded to them entirely. Okay, they've branded this product. I don't know exactly how they found it or why, blah, blah, blah. So I can't comment there, but they've done an extremely good job of that. It continues to grow in popularity. As we can see on Instagram, it's very, very big. You can see how Instagram is very useful for that. A lot of their followers will be coming from also their shout outs. They're doing a lot of influencers, so that's why they would have a lot of that as well, just to explain that. So they're going to continue to expand, build a long-term business, and we can already see they're expanding globally very fast. So they're really trying to take that full market share, and they're getting it because they've worked hard for it. As I said, I do think they need to focus a lot more on a lot of remarketing. I think that they can make a lot more money from that. Now, I don't know if their conversion rate is 5%, but I'm pretty confident for a product that's getting so much traction that they could easily get that a lot higher, because it is a massive product that has so much potential on a global basis. In a nutshell, though, this is an example of a store that's doing over $1 million a month, that solves a problem, has mass appeal, it's heavily branded, huge profit margins, great marketing campaigns for cold, and they are doing remarketing through paid ads and influencer marketing. Okay, so don't get me wrong, that's just some feedback, but this is what you should be striving for. If I had this store, I would literally be spending my entire week doing every one of these and split testing every element. Okay, I want people to understand that you think about, once you get a traffic source that's always consistent, you're coming in, you should be split testing everything. If you're doing $1.4 million a month and you can add an extra 10%, there you go, $140,000. Add an extra 5%, $70,000. Add an extra 20%, there we go, another $300,000 type thing. It makes a massive, massive, massive difference. And I know I might sound boring speaking about it, but that's business 101. You know, the reality is what's happening already with them is they're getting increasing competition, and it'll continue to increase. Therefore, what it's going to be is it's going to be harder for them to get sales. They've already taken the first place, so they're always going to have it, but it does mean it's going to chew into it. So why not try and squeeze as much now and really solidify the business in every regard? I would be, I presume they do already, but getting a lot of lawyers, solicitors and that in place, really trying to even go to the point of trademarking it as much as possible. That would be me if I had a product like this that was doing that well and had that much mass appeal. I would be doing everything to make it so that it is mine, and be extremely aggressive about it. Because this is business, this is ruthless. I know I sound mean by it, but at the end of the day, we do this for money in our back pockets. I'm not doing it for money in someone else's back pocket. If I was the one that made it popular, made the brand, whatever, then no one else should have it. All right, so I hope that really sort of explains my thought processes there. You should be getting a bit better of an understanding. Okay, I always want people to understand that it's about building a brand. And that concludes today's video on a one product store doing over $1.4 million every single month using Shopify from an AliExpress product. If you did enjoy today's video, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, hit the notification bell and comment crush it. One of you will win a 30-minute call with myself. Today's winner will be shown up on screen and in the pinned comment down below. Make sure to hit me up at my email, ricky@rickyhayes.co, for the winner of last video. So congratulations. I look forward to seeing you on our call together where I'm going to help you crush it. Okay, guys. Further to this as well, follow me on Instagram at rickyhayesig, where I get up close and personal with you guys. I like Instagram. It's a bit of fun. Also, check out my other videos. There should be some sort of floating up on screen right now on how to further teach you. Okay, guys. I have over 150 videos of just trying to give out as much value, trying to give you everything that comes to mind that can really help you. If you are interested in my mentoring program, I am taking a bit of a backlog at the moment. There's some links down below to apply for my mentoring program. It's important that you understand that not everyone will get to the point of having a discovery call. I don't mean any disrespect by it, but just apply down below. It's really easy. There's just some questions you have to answer. You apply and you're in the running to join my mentoring program, which will be a lot of fun. If you are also interested in my course, I do update my course quite regularly. I know I say this a lot, but I do update it a lot. Very proud of it. If you want something like that that's going to take you from wherever you are in your journey to that next level, then I recommend having a look at my course. There's a link down below for that as well. And any other free stuff, there's plenty of links down below. So I just highly recommend having a look at the description, see what takes your fancy, have a go. All right, guys. So I hope you did enjoy today's video on this case study, again, on a one product store. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you take care, and goodbye.